Welcome back to Cooking is Easy, guys. Today, ceviche 3 different ways. For this ceviche, you're gonna need a few bell peppers, a red onion, some cilantro, 2 jalapenos, a whole bunch of limes, and a couple of lemons. You're gonna begin by dicing up your bell peppers. You wanna make them not too small, not too big, just the right size, little bite-sized pieces. You wanna take out the seeds and the white stuff because that's all the bitter parts of the pepper. Chop them up and toss them in a bowl. Now take your red onion, and I only use half because I don't like that much onion, but if you like more, go ahead and use it and get a fine dice on that onion. Next, take your cilantro and chop it up. You can keep it large, you can keep it small, it's your preference. I like it diced up very fine, that's just my preference. Now take your jalapeno, slice it up, and you're gonna wanna remove the seeds because that is the bitter part. The seeds add too much heat and bitterness that you don't want, so remove the seeds. You're also gonna wanna remove this little white strip because it's no good. Once you do that, take your jalapeno and you wanna dice this pretty fine. You don't want whole chunks of jalapeno in there because you don't wanna burn your mouth. A little fine dice is the right size you need. Now take your vegetables and mix them all into a bowl. Ceviche is a very bright and colorful dish. So for this ceviche, I am using yellow jack. If you're not familiar with what kind of fish that is, here's a little clip of how we caught it. Now here you're gonna wanna take your fish and you're gonna wanna slice it up into 1-inch cubes. You can go 1 inch or half an inch, mix it up. You don't wanna get them too big because you want the acidity to cook the fish all the way through. So make sure you get it small enough. Now you're gonna toss them in a bowl, set them aside. And now we're gonna season our fish with a generous amount of kosher salt and a whole lot of fresh ground black pepper. Remember, you gotta season all the fish in the bowl, so don't be afraid to be liberal. Now for the fun part. You're gonna slice these limes in half, and you're gonna get your juicer and get to cranking. I have about 20 to 30 limes, and I'm just gonna go ahead and juice all of them because it's always good to have more than less. And this is where you can call for help. You can ask your kids, your husband, whoever you want to come and help you. I asked my dad to come help me out. Now let's make our 3 variations. Take a spoonful of fish, your spoonful of vegetables, cover it up with some lime juice, squeeze half a lemon in there, and mix it up. This is gonna be your original version of a ceviche. Your typical ceviche that you'll find in Mexico, Peru, your standard, very flavorful ceviche. Now we're gonna change it up a little bit. Again, start with your fish and your vegetables. Add in your lime juice. Squeeze half a lemon. And now you're gonna season with a spice called Annetto. It adds red color to the dish and it tastes pretty good. Now throw in some ketchup, about a couple tablespoons, and some creamy horseradish. Give it all a mix, and I promise you this way is absolutely delicious. This is kind of a red, tomato-y ceviche that I promise is delicious. Ketchup and ceviche, just wait until you try it. Now let's move on to our last one. And yes, as you can see, it has coconut milk. Throw in your fish and vegetables, cover it with the lime juice. And now for the secret ingredient, throw in some coconut milk. What this does, it's gonna bring a little sweetness to the dish and it balances out with the acidity of the lime. If you need a little bit more, throw some in and mix it up. This is also a fan favorite. Try not to spill out all the juice because you really want that good stuff. And here you are. So now what you're gonna do is let it sit for a few hours, preferably 2.5 hours. But I personally let it sit overnight, but that's just my preference. You want that fish to cook all the way through, and once it does, this is what it should look like. Nice, beautiful white chunks of fish in your beautiful ceviche.
Well, let's give them a try. First, original. It's very good. Got that sour taste of the lime that works perfectly with the fish. Little kick from the jalapenos. Now for the ketchup one. Very good. You get a little sweetness from the ketchup, a nice kick from the horseradish, which balances it out. You kind of get that sweet and spicy. Really good. I think this is my favorite one. Oh, really good. And lastly, for the coconut one. Let's give it a try. Freaking delicious. This one tastes like you're on a tropical island somewhere in the Bahamas. You get that sweetness from the coconut, but the acidity of the lime really balances it out. Honestly, they're all great. For more videos like this, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.